Hello there, friend. There is nothing sexy about this method, but it will get you flexible in just 15 minutes a week. Now, the core idea here is so simple that people don't believe it until they actually try it for themselves. So here it is. If you make your stretching sessions really focused and really intense, then you can get a potent enough flexibility stimulus such that you need multiple days to recover from it. And that means you'll only need to perform those sessions 2 times a week. I once spent a year doing yoga for over 4 hours a week because I thought that was the only way to get flexible. And don't get me wrong, I did improve generally, but there were 2 big problems with this approach that didn't work for me. The first was that significant progress beyond just a beginner level always eluded me. I was nowhere near the full splits or the full pancake. I did get a little better at basically everything, but I never got a lot better at the things that I cared about most. The second problem was that it took so much time that I burnt out. I never truly fell in love with the practice, and if you're gonna be doing something for 4 hours a week, well, you better love it. I just wanted to improve my range of motion in a few key areas of my body. The mastery of all the yoga poses and the deep relaxation were a nice bonus, but they weren't what motivated me. I realized that I really just wanted a stripped down, minimal effective dose flexibility practice that would actually make me flexible. By the way, please click that like button to spread this information to other everyday athletes like yourself. Eventually, I realized that I was just thinking about it all wrong. From a practical standpoint, I needed to find the maximum amount of work that I could actually commit to completing week on week, month on month, year on year. Not just for some 30-day sprint, but for the long term. Because literally no physical adaptations worth having are achievable in the short term. I'm sorry, buddy, they're just not. I don't make the rules. So for me, that maximum amount of work was about 20 minutes a week. And from there, I just needed to dial up the productivity and the effectiveness of that time so that it would actually be enough to stimulate long-term flexibility gains. And then fast forward to less than a year after that, and I'm touching down in the full splits for the first time. You see, many people get habit formation wrong. They hear consistency and they think that means repeating the same thing every single day. And while in theory that can work just fine, in practice, if the habit that you're trying to build is not actually one of the most important high priority things in your entire life, and you're gonna try to do it every single day, more frequently than you call your mom, more frequently than you hang out with your best friend, more frequently than you even do your job, well then when life gets busy, you're gonna prioritize those other things instead of the stretching habit. So in reality, you're gonna skip sessions, which is the opposite of consistency. Honestly, maintaining a daily stretching practice was simply too much for me. And this is coming from a guy who runs a YouTube fitness channel. I'm probably willing to devote more time to this type of thing than you are. But I would always find myself getting on a roll and then suddenly life would get busy and I'd skip a few sessions and I'd just completely lose motivation. And when I missed days, I wasn't improving. In my experience, hitting 5 out of 7 target sessions actually feels like more of a failure than just nailing 2 out of 2 planned sessions, even though in the first case, you're literally doing more work. When I'm taking L's on a weekly basis, I find it really hard to generate momentum. Instead, if you aim for just 2 or 3 sessions a week, you build in the skip days to the routine itself. If you have to work late on Monday, no problem, just do your session on Tuesday instead. No big deal. By practicing success, we build consistency, and your routine itself becomes anti-fragile. Limiting yourself to low-frequency, intense sessions also forces you to be focused. You don't have time to do 10 different hip opening exercises, so you can avoid diluting your energy across too many different things. The problem with doing too many stretches is that it's hard to know which specific ones are responsible for your progress. If you're taking 10 different medications, how do you know which one of them is giving you a side effect? When you focus your efforts on effective compound stretches like the splits, the pancake, or the back bridge, it will be very clear whether you're making progress in the first few weeks. This also forces you to prioritize your training. Athletes in other sports know that the best training is periodized. We spend a few months at a time working on one specific goal and then move on to the next one. But in stretching, for some reason, we think we need to stretch every single muscle fiber every single day. In reality, you probably just have 2 or 3 different areas of your body where flexibility is limiting your movement and your enjoyment of daily life. So spend time focusing on those for a couple months and make serious, undeniable progress towards that goal before moving on to those other nice to have parts of your body. There's no reason to spend equal time on your entire body if it's not your entire body that's holding you back in life or in sports. Thank you for watching, folks. I wish you the best of luck on your flexibility journey wherever you are this week. Drop any questions down below and I will do my best to help you out. If you want free, in-depth video guidance on how to stretch more efficiently, grab your stretching starter pack down below. If you're really serious, there's also a paid version to teach you everything you know for a lifetime of flexibility gains. And this Finding Flexibility playlist right here contains a goldmine of stretching information. Do something good for yourself this week, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.